Even though we see the NFL as a passing league now, the best running backs are still very valuable to their teams. The greatest players at the position aren't only great at running the ball, but they're also important as receivers and pass blockers. In today's video, we're going to talk about both promising young players and players who are at the peak of their careers, with the right amount of experience but not too much wear. Starting with number 20, we have Josh Jacobs of the Raiders. Jacobs seems to have to deal with competition all the time in both his steady roles as a runner and a receiver. Even though nothing seems to be different in 2022 with Kenyon Drake and Georgia rookie Zamir White behind him in the new Josh McDaniels offense, his steady rather than spectacular play may end up being the best match for Devontae Adams and a more dangerous passing game. At number 19, Rams' Cam Akers. Did Cam Akers live up to his promise as a rookie after a torn Achilles caused him to miss most of his first season? That's the big question. Still, the Rams are sure that he can be a good lead runner and give them a little extra with his receiving. The potential is clearly there to get back in the top 10. For number 18, there's the Packers' A.J. Dillon. Dillon has gone from being expected to help Jones with his power to be a well-rounded back on his own. He'll also be important in making up for the changes in Rodgers' passing game, and as a runner for Boston College, he's already shown that he can be productive in a good system. At number 17, we have New York Giants' Saquon Barkley. Barkley's early career was going well until he got hurt, just like McCaffrey's, but Barkley never reached the same level of all-purpose dominance. Barkley hasn't gotten much help in blocking or passing, but he still sometimes looked weak and tired. He's reached this high because he is talented, and some of us hope that 2022 will more make than break in a new offense with more explosive goals. At number 16, there's Antonio Gibson from the Commanders. Despite him being hurt, Gibson was still a disappointment because he didn't live up to his full potential as a big back in year 2, but we strongly believe that he can still do a good job. Sadly, the Commanders seem to want to use him less than a workhorse and more than a situational committee to keep him fresh. Because he isn't always good at what he does, he falls right in the middle. Now for number 15, Cowboys' Ezekiel Elliott. Elliott divides people in a different way now that he is 27. Some of us think he's lost too much of his edge and that his best days are behind him. But on the other hand, there are also some of us who believe that he's ready to get back to his early career form if the passing game gets more exciting and the blocking changes are in his favor. Based on production and potential, these outcomes should fall somewhere in the middle, with a slight lean toward the positive. At number 14, we have Leonard Fournette from the Buccaneers. Since moving from Jacksonville to Tampa Bay, Fournette has changed in many ways. He's still a strong runner who can finish drives and make long runs, but he's also become a reliable short area receiver for Tom Brady. Durability and conditioning aren't too much of a worry, but he might start giving rookie Rachaad White more and more important tasks. At number 13, let's talk about DeAndre Swift from the Lions. Swift, like Chubb and a few other Georgia running backs, keeps the pipeline to the NFL strong for running backs from Georgia. He's a different kind of runner who relies more on speed and quickness in the open field to live up to his last name. Swift has some good skills that are similar to Kamara's, and he now has strong blocking and a better passing game to go with it. At number 12, there's Broncos' Javonte Williams. Williams still shares time with the still effective Melvin Gordon, but his growing all-around explosiveness makes it clear that he will be the favorite dynamic lead in the new offense. Williams can be a reliable part of Russell Wilson's team in every way, taking the place of Jones in a system like the Packers. At number 11, we've got James Conner, who plays for the Cardinals. Conner found the right team to get him back to consistent production after a few down years in Pittsburgh. With his size and speed, Conner has been a great fit for Cliff Kingsbury's offense as a power runner. He plays well off Kyler Murray, but Chase Edmonds is now on the Dolphins, so Conner should be used more than a workhorse. At number 10, we have Panthers' Christian McCaffrey. McCaffrey, who is now 26, had to be taken off this list because he's only played 10 games in the 2 years since his awesome 2019 season. He's still great as a complete back with a focus on receiving when he's healthy, which is why he's still in the top 10, but his injury problems can't be ignored when compared to those who are now ranked above him. For number 9, there's Aaron Jones of the Packers. Jones now shares a lot with the strong A.J. Dillon in this backfield, but that has helped him stay fresh and keep his explosive groove in Matt LaFleur's zone rushing attack. Given how the wide receivers around Aaron Rodgers have changed, Jones's receiving skills will be more important than ever. At number 8, we've got Nick Chubb of the Browns. Chubb is known for his chunky style of running and the special burst it gives him. He's a great finisher in the red zone and is able to take any carry the distance. He could also play a bigger part in the passing game if needed, which could happen if Kareem Hunt is traded. The Browns will depend heavily on Chubb again until Deshaun Watson can help them out at quarterback. At number 7, there's Alvin Kamara from the Saints. In the last 2 seasons, the Saints have relied more on Kamara's running, if not his consistent receiving. Despite him missing some time, he's shown that he can do it. With some help in the passing game from Michael Thomas and others to take the pressure off of him, he should see some of the same good running lanes. For number 6, let's talk about Chargers' Austin Eckler. Phillip Rivers and and Justin Herbert didn't give Eckler enough credit for his unique role as a receiving forward. He's no longer a surprise because he's clearly one of the best backs in the league. He's quick in the passing game and has compact power when he runs. At number 5, we have Joe Mixon from the Bengals. Do you think Mixon would be able to keep his reputation of being one of the best running backs? Early in his career, Mixon showed signs that he would have a big year. It finally happened because he was reliable and had a great passing game with Joe Burrow, which made it easier for him to put everything together. At the age of 26, Mixon should keep making good music. At number 4, let's talk about Dalvin Cook from the Vikings. There's no doubt that Cook has all the skills to be at the top of this list, and with Kevin O'Connell's offensive scheme, it'll give him more opportunities to run and catch the ball. This should definitely help him have his best season yet. But at this point, the only thing we're scared about is his health. Cook for real needs to stay healthy during this season. At number 3, we have Derrick Henry from the Titans. Henry, who's now 28, has a big year ahead of him to get back on track. The heavy workload he had in 2019 and 2020 caught up with him last season. He missed 9 games because of a serious foot injury, and the Titans should be careful not to overwork him. He's got some unique physical traits, which you'd be shocked to see for someone with his size. None of us would be surprised if he got closer to the Hall of Fame by leading his team's offense to another great season. For number 2, there's Najee Harris from the Steelers. The Steelers didn't waste any time using Harris as a first-round workhorse, and he showed his versatility and durability right away. Even though he couldn't pass very far downfield and had trouble blocking, he handled a lot of work and earned everything he could. To carry an offense in transition on his back in year 2, he should have a big year. Finally, at number 1, we have Colts Jonathan Taylor. We all saw how great Taylor played at Wisconsin. It not only helped him gain honorable recognition, but it also helped him become a tough, all-around NFL player. He's smart and dependable and has got a good balance between being steady and acting quickly. At only 23, the 2021 leader in rushing and scrimmage yards is a few steps ahead of the rest of the pack. That's a wrap for this video. How do you feel about finding out about the NFL's best running backs for the 2022 season? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.